Every act of war is horrible, it is awful, and I would not attribute the attacks that happened in Kyiv to President Zelensky's visit here, because the war manifests itself in many ways and at any time, and that is why we're calling for an end to this war.
Ramaphosa has reaffirmed that the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine must end. In 2023, he led the African Leaders' Peace Mission to both countries, calling for the cessation of hostilities.
Earlier in the week, I had a call with President Vladimir Putin, where we both committed to work together towards a peaceful resolution of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. South Africa stands ready to continue to support all credible as well as inclusive multilateral efforts at achieving a just and sustainable comprehensive peace. And we call upon all parties, both Russia and Ukraine, to ensure that there is a comprehensive ceasefire, an unconditional ceasefire, so that discussions and negotiations can start between the two countries.
We are fighting for our freedom in this full-scale war for more than 3 years. We are fighting against the occupation by Russia, against our people being prosecuted with, again, any sort of denigration of our people by the aggressors. We have a very fresh Russian attack this morning, more than 200 aerial targets, missiles, ballistic missiles, attack drones. Unfortunately, we have got losses, destruction, the capital, in other localities, in all of the regions of Ukraine.
Pretoria is one of the capitals that can still access Russia and Ukraine for talks as the war continues. Ukraine has also pleaded with South Africa to engage with Moscow to bring back their children.
I presented President Ramaphosa with a list of 400 Ukrainian children. It's very important for us to look after them. They are being kept against their will in Russia, and we have this horrible problem with Russians kidnapping on the temporarily occupied territories, hundreds of thousands, dozens of thousands actually of kids. We need to get them back. Likewise, that we need to get back the POWs, the civilians captured and contained in Russia in inhumane condition.
The U.S. has been involved with Ukraine and Russia to end the conflict. One of the major issues is around the preconditions after Russia annexed some Ukrainian territories, including Crimea.
What we should focus on is that there is a willingness and a commitment from Ukraine for an unconditional ceasefire. An unconditional ceasefire sets a very good and positive tone to negotiations to commence. It is a confidence-building measure that should be a key ingredient in a negotiation process. So I see this as a great progress.
Fight for our independence, for our sovereignty, for our territorial integrity. It's about actually our survival. And we are completely straight and transparent on that. I do not see any specific particular pressure on Russia. I don't hear of any new dedicated sanction packages against the Russian Federation. Maybe it's for the time being.
The two leaders also held discussions on boosting trade and investment opportunities in their respective countries, including areas of cooperation on agriculture. Khumalo, SABC News, Pretoria.